So glad you guys joined us for another mustard seed story today. This story happened several years ago when we were living in Maryland, and Brett had some meetings he needed to go to down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we drove on down there, and when he wrapped up those meetings, there was one more meeting we needed to go to, or he needed to go to, in Nashville. So Brett, being Brett, of course, was working on finishing up his paperwork, and I was driving. So we punched the name of the hotel we were going to stay at into the GPS, and off we went. Well, you know, a few hours later, the GPS, and I'm talking a real GPS, Garmin here. Anybody remember those? I guess this was a while back. No Siri yet, at least we didn't have Siri or Alexa. So that's dating us. We, all of a sudden, the good old Garmin started speaking. And you know, these things weren't always correct. Just like Siri and Alexa are not always correct either. So all of a sudden it starts talking to me, and it says, exit right, keep left. Exit right, keep left. And you know how it was. They just didn't know how to be quiet once they started talking to you. So I exited right and I kept left. So we're going through the school zone here very slowly. I guess I should be thankful for all these years I have homeschooled Aspen. This is quite the zoo for all you parents who pick up your children every day from school. There we were, and we'd taken the exit like it told us to, and I'd kept left like it told me to. But we all know that the Garmins and the Alexas and the Siris are not always correct when they give you directions. So as I got closer to the stoplight, I could see that the hotel I wanted to go to was directly across from the stoplight, and I needed to go straight instead of turning left. I looked behind me and I looked all around me, and I said, there's no way I'm gonna turn on my blinker in all of this traffic and then sit there and wait and hope for someone to hold up more traffic while I want to get into the lane that goes straight instead of turning left. And so I went ahead, and I don't know why I did it, but I said, all right, God, you know, it really doesn't make that much difference because I can just turn left, make a U-turn, and come back. But, you know, it'd be really cool and really great if you just went ahead, and I'm not going to turn on my blinker, but if there was an open space over there, that'd be really great. So when the light turned green, I was still sitting still when the big semi-truck that was next to me pulled forward. Well, as he pulled forward, it left this big empty space next to me, and I knew there was traffic backed up behind him. So I looked, and the car was just sitting there. I said, Brett, I said, can I get over? And he's like, sure, go ahead and do that. And so I went ahead and put on my blinker and turned into that lane, and we drove across the street to the hotel. Well, it was one of those moments that was so exciting because it seems small in a way. I mean, what a small little moment where God just shows up and stops traffic like you asked him to. Why? I mean, the odds of that being a coincidence were pretty slim. And so it was really exciting to me to have another one of those faith-building moments that God provided for me. There was no way I could have gritted my way into having enough faith that God's going to do this for me. It was just kind of, I just threw it out there, and then God decided like, oh, this is fun, let's do it. So there you go, another little mustard seed story of faith that we're sharing with you guys today. So how about you guys? Does any one of you out there have one of your own faith-building stories when you're on a trip or something that God showed up and you knew it and it was so exciting when it happened? So just let us know. We would love to hear your stories as well. So here I'd asked God for a space, right? Without turning on my blinker. And there was one. Clearly there was one. And yet I asked Brett, I was like, hey Brett, can I get over in that lane?
Yeah, you can get over.
There's no lane to get in right this second, dear.
Oh.
I'm doing this for the story.
Oh God, sorry. Oops. Cut.
So there we were sitting at the light.
Slug bug yellow!
Ow. Aspen.
So just let us know. We would love to hear your stories as well.
Ooh, Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen. We all love Dairy Queen. Don't we love... Ah!